Hey everybody, it's time for another Redneck review, and today we are doing Nova, number 10, or 100. Anyway, I realize this is coming a little earlier than expected. This is just me trying to catch up with what I've been reading. As you can see, when I get stuff, it kind of gets pushed back. It's just finances and stuff. But anyway, this is a little bit pricier issue. It's a $4.99 issue. It's a landmark issue for the series. I mean, it is their 100th issue. Still written by Jeff Johns and a couple others. This one was special, so it has Wells Dugan, Barbie Lopez, and it's still the same art though. All right. Well, this particular one is starts off with after the events of issue 9. Obviously, we see a great battle going on between the Avengers and Doctor Doom. He goes, okay, so this happens. Doctor Doom got his hands on Thor's hammer, which has a name that I can't pronounce, but whatever. And he's just feeding it to the Avengers, the X-Men, and all the heroes actually. And what are they going to do about it? It's a magical hammer, and there's nothing on Earth that can stop it. Nothing on Earth. I hope you were paying attention to that, because little do they know that I've been up to see the Watcher, and he sent me to see the Silver Surfer with a note that says I'm a pretty cool guy, and he can trust me with this stuff because I'm his best buddy. And come in hot yelling something like "Surf's up!" He's having a dream about saving all the heroes of Earth, and that's for Doom, just like that. And it's one of those dreams where they're all congratulating him. They couldn't do it without him, and it's just a kid's fantasy about being a superhero. Well, we find him back in he's sort of strayed out of his mind from a conversation he's having with his mom and two representatives of the New Warriors. Yeah, that's right. Nova is going to be in a new comic too called The New Warriors. That was a big deal back in the day. They also helped start one of the greatest events of Marvel history, the Civil War. Well, anyway, they're trying to get Nova to sign up with them, and it's kind of funny because he was already supposed to be joining the Avengers, but that fell through. So is that what we're talking about here? Sam asked him. I think Eva has made a lot of concessions here. Sam, a phone call, if you're going to be late, it's too much to ask. They said, yeah, I know. Thank you, Robert. He says, it's not a problem when you hang around younger heroes. You broker a lot of these deals. Okay, let's see what we have here. I, Samuel Alexander, will make every effort to adhere to these guidelines. And in turn, I will be allowed to fight crime as a reserve member of the New Warriors when they should call upon me. Wait, we didn't talk about me being on the New Warriors. Ugh. No, it's cool, Sam. We already cleared that with your mom. Yeah, they're trying to tell, because he's the youngest one. They're trying to get him on the team, but they want to, cradle him basically. These boys seem nice. How much trouble could you get into, Mom? Is what? I was personally asked by Thor, a god, to join the Avengers, the most famous superhero team in the world. And what did you say? You said no. But these two losers drop in and broke down, pick up and ask me to join a team I've never heard of, and you say yes? It doesn't make any sense. Why would you let him, if the Avengers asked him to be on the team, why would you let him go to the New Warriors, one of the biggest B teams in the world? They go, well, it looks like we brought a bunch of helpful bullet points to a personal attack fight. I never asked you to come here. This is between me and my mom. Both of you leave now. Oh, well, that Eva said we could, they don't have anywhere to stay, Sam. They don't have any money or a place to stay. Mom, what did you do? That he asked him. Yeah, this is just a little bit of a conversation starter, but he basically bunks all three of them in his room. He goes, rumble, rumble, he doesn't like him to share his room with these heroes. And over here he goes, no, Miss Alexander, I'm not seeing anyone. They're this great little guy moments. He goes, Sam, are you up? And this girl he's been liking comes to the door. He says, Hi, oh geez. Carrie, what's up? I thought we should talk, about everything. I really wouldn't have any idea what you're talking about, Carrie. And she's at the window. She's like, "Hey, come on out. We'll talk a little bit." Usually it's the guy that does that. So I wonder if Sam Alexander should be a little ashamed. And to be straight with you, this isn't a great time. I've got guests. Shouldn't we put Sam to bed first? I'll be right out. He says. He looks at staying in the room with those guys, and he's just like, no. I'm gonna go outside and talk to the pretty girl. So they talk and everything. She was at the when he had his first battle. This is the bit of that conversation. He goes, "So what happened here?" Yeah, I think I do. I saw you at the skate park, Sam, dressed up like Nova twice that night. You destroyed it, saving us from that big cat thing, and yesterday when you destroyed it again, after you fixed it, which I have to admit, didn't see coming. Her name is Carrie. He goes, "Look, Carrie, let's say for a moment that I was this Nova character. I would have something that's called a secret identity, something that heroes use to protect people they care about. And I wouldn't be able to share the secret with anyone, not unless I knew I could trust them." All of a sudden, she throws a book at his head. She goes, "Oh, you're such a jerk, Sam. I saw you cleaning bathrooms with your dad in 7th grade. I knew by the way you looked at me that you were embarrassed, and I didn't say a word for 3 years. The only reason Ma found out was because you talked about it in the halls when he was right behind you, completely ignoring the obvious signs I was giving you to keep your mouth shut, and now you can't trust me to keep a secret? No, I'm trying to take your secret identity and choke on it." She runs off. So Sam Alexander, cool superhero for Nova, just not able to keep it together for the ladies. He goes, "But I was going to show you the helmet and maybe give you a ride on my back like your Twilight movie." He goes, "Sam, something you want to tell me? We agreed you talked to me before you went out as Nova." So he was getting ready to show the girl off his awesome new superhero moves. And his mom comes in there saying, "No, Mom, I was in bed, but Carrie came over and I was trying to show her. You're telling people you're Nova now." So he's going around breaking a lot of rules, giving up his secret identity. "Didn't talk about this. Can't you do one thing you say you're going to do?" "Mom, stop it." So he gets her to put the helmet on. It's this act of defiance. How do you ground a kid who is a human rocket? Is basically what's going on here. "Since when do you get to tell me to stop it?" "What are you doing? Don't you dare, Sam Alexander." He goes, "Bye," and he heads off to space. He goes, "Sam, why won't anyone listen to me?" he says. It's a little bit of a teen moment, but this comic's pretty cool. So where does he run to? Not a friend, not his dad, not the Guardians, but the Watcher on the moon. He says, "I mean, the helmet makes me a galactic hero. Am I right? Would you show me galactic threats if I wasn't a galactic hero?" "Exactly, but..." The Watcher just looks at him and he goes, "Exactly, but am I allowed to hang out with other heroes at my level, like the Avengers? No, I'm supposed to hang out with losers like the New Warriors. Am I the one who's out of line here?" And still the Watcher says nothing. He's just observing. He goes, Come on, man, give me something." So the Watcher looks at him, activates some of his power, and shows him images. Stand back, Rita. And he sees visions of former Novas. He goes, "Let me handle this. Let's see if Star Thief can handle a Nova." And he's looking at these images. He goes, "What's this? That's the old Nova, right? And is that the original New Warriors? Don't recognize half of them." And we see him in another old Nova fighting a Nihilus, going, "I'm taking you down, Nihilus." He goes, "Were you telling me that the old Nova was a total badass? Great, don't get sick of hearing that. Who are those guys behind him, though?" "They're the New Warriors." Because I recognize the... And we see one of the old, another image where he is, "I'll handle the phalanx, you get out of here." And Richard Rider, I love how Richard Rider makes a little appearance in here. And we see Nova up here going, "Recognize the green one, but I've never even heard of the others. Maybe Rick wouldn't have had to work so hard if he didn't hang out with losers." So he's making this comment about you know, everyone else being a loser but him. He's sort of an arrogant kid still and stuff like that, but you know, all of a sudden we turn into an old Infinity moment where we see all these heroes up against Thanos. He goes, "Surrender the gauntlet, Thanos." He goes, "Wait." He goes, "Wait, these look like the Avengers." Sam says, "Why are you showing me this? Where's Nova?" And we see up here in this little bitty corner, can't really see that because the light or whatnot, but he's up here. He says, "Just let me know when you guys want me to come in." So he lets him know, a watcher, that everyone is only important as the team they're with. So he comes back. He says, "Oh, I get it." He goes, "I see. Guess I'll go then." So he comes back to Earth. He signs the contract. He tells him, you know, he tells him, "I'm sorry, Mom. I know I'm only as good as the team I'm with." She goes, "Well, you're still grounded for leaving the planet like that." So it's this nice small little story of you know, learning that you're only as good as the team. You're not more important than the team. And we see up in space that the Watcher is kind of smiling. You know, he's laughing because this kid is learning finally, which I like. I really like that part. And this is one part I'm not going to cut off points for, but we see in this Nova issue that they go back and they show us all the covers of all the previous issues of Nova, which I like. Alright, well, we have a second story in here from Carefree, Arizona, where Sam's principal is coming up to the door, trying to talk to Eva about her son's full tardiness and whatnot. He says, "Always flying off somewhere." He tells him, "Your son's always flying off somewhere." And we see him in space, taking care of a ship that's being attacked by some creatures. And back on Earth, you know, they're going. She says, "Sam's a good boy. I agree. He's intelligent. Sam's just absent most of the truants I find are sitting right at home." He goes, "I don't think kids today even know what that is." He sees and he sees while they're talking in space, Nova is up there fighting these crazy monsters. He's up here going and fighting through. He's saving lives and saving people from these creatures, and they're over here complaining about him being on the planet. Well, he goes in the ship to try and save these two people who've been in the distress call. Two of them don't like Novas. They come in and just you know, throw him through a loop. They're like, "Hey, you know, we appreciate it. Don't particularly like Novas or you, but we get that you had to help us, so thank you." So they thank him and go on. You know, basically leave us alone from now on. He goes, "I'll talk to Sam and make sure." His mother goes, "Well, you know, boys, sometimes they're out in space." He goes, I'm talking to Sam and make sure he's getting things straight," Eva says. "There's something else. Your husband's benefits," the principal goes up, "will lapse next month. The board fired him for cause when he stopped coming into work." "That's just great. You should go now," she says. "Sorry, but that's the best I could do. There are some programs that could help that you might qualify for." She goes, "Thanks. Oh, and Eva, tell Sam that he must see me before he returns." Whoa. And we see him returning to Earth, coming back in. And he's coming in. Something goes wrong with the return to Earth. And he sits down, and he's blinded by force of They haven't really explained that in the story yet. So, yeah, that's it for Nova number 10 or 100, whatever you want to call it. All in all, I would give this story a 4.75. The art is obviously a 5. And, you know, the only reason it keeps this thing going, it's a $4.99 book. It's divided between 2 stories. And it's just an oversized issue. It's 2 good stories in 1 issue. Not bad, but just this book just hadn't reached its full potential for me yet. I need to give it a little bit more time. It's a new character, new stories, and I'm trying not to hold it to the expectations I had for the other one. But anyway, guys, that's your Redneck review. A 4.75 on the story and a 5 on the art. Anyway, guys, I hope y'all have a great day. Please tell us if you like this character or this review, or just tell me what you like or don't like. I love criticism. I want to do the best job I can by you guys of reviewing the Marvel Comics stuff. So from all of us at Redneck Reviews, thank you so much. God bless.